And we're back, Brother Dave.
All right, guys. This is a little bit removed now. But I don't have a wonder as much as I have a complaint this week.
Go ahead.
Electronic stability control can suck my ass. Now, I don't know. Now, Mace may fight with this, and Brother Casey, don't take this as a stab. You're one of the fortunate ones, and the polar bear probably doesn't have this. But I'm fortunate enough that I needed a new truck, and a new truck was about the same as a used truck. So I have a 2016 Ram.
Yeah, you're living high on the hog up here at Smoker Hill. I've always said it.
Now, this 2016 Ram has let me down a few times because the old Ram, the old Dodge Ram, like it didn't care if both tires was spinning and we was hitting the ERPMs on the red end of the gauge. We could just burn tires and do donuts. And I've got traction control, and you can't turn it off. You hit the button to turn it off, but it only actually works in 4 low. Now, it normally doesn't matter, okay? But you get to a time like the winter of 2024/5, and high on the hill, we got a relatively steep driveway. It ain't real long, but it's got a steep section. And the missus, she'll bring her van, and she's got this magnificent ability to just put the thing to the wood and drive that van just swirling and sliding all over, and she just tops the hill every time.
That reminds me of Janelle when she used to have her red car.
Oh, the Equinox.
She'd back that down into my driveway, and all of a sudden you just hear like Justine's like, what's going on out there?
That's Janelle trying to get up the driveway.
I look out the window and it's like, oh, that's just Janelle. She's trying to get up the lane.
Well, the other day I tried to get in my driveway, and I'm thinking, well, I got these 331250 ATs. I don't need to put it in 4-wheel drive because I like to stop to put it in 4-wheel drive. You don't have to, but I feel like it's better. So I just went up the driveway, and I got a good start at it, and I got probably 2/3 of the way up the driveway, and I started a slipping and a sliding, and then the little traction control light started flashing.
It's the car with the squirrely
And that's
wheels.
when it starts doing this, and it starts hitting the brakes because it doesn't think that I know how to compensate for this sort of action. So I just said to hell with that, and I pushed the accelerator down to the floor. And then I got an ESC alarm, okay? That's electronic stability control. And that pissed me off more because I'm nearing the crest of the hill. And I'm trying to get over the hump there, and I'm home free. And I got this real bad trait, all right? Like I'm pretty level-headed till I'm not. And then all logical thinking goes out the window, and it's just caveman smash with club, So I just I put it to the floor, and I got the pedal to the floor, and my RPMs are like, they were up here somewhere, and then it goes down to 900 and stays there, and I just roll slowly back down the hill.
With your foot on the mat.
All the way down.
Oh, boy.
So I put it in 4-wheel drive, and I climbed back up the hill. No big deal. Well, then we moved forward about 2 or 3 days. We had a real bad cold spell, okay? And I backed the truck out of the driveway, and I start to pull forward, and it's just spinning. Okay, well, I better stop. And I put it in 4 high, and I started going, and it was all ice. And so I hit the brakes slightly, and the damn truck's sliding. And it's sliding right towards Wyatt's truck. So I put it in reverse. And then I mash her down because I'm either going to hit his truck or I'm going to hit the shop. And I'm still going forward. So I put it in reverse. We got all 4 in the R gear. And we start backing up. And at first, you're going to slide quick. When the tires are spinning slow, you're going to slide faster. We started sliding faster towards the shop in the truck. And then I get all the lights going off. And my trucks tell me, hey, Dave, your tires are breaking loose. You shouldn't be doing this. And I got pissed off. So I put it in the wood. And then should have been up here in RPMs. I never got there because I wouldn't have needed to be. If everything just went, we'd have been out of the trouble in no time. We'd have melted a little bit of ice. We'd have grabbed a little bit of traction. We'd have backed up. We did not. The truck decides to go all the way down to 900 RPM and idle because, Dave, you shouldn't be driving this fast in these conditions. So I put her in 4 low, because in 4 low, you can actually shut the mother trucker off. Okay, now you got to hit the button to shut off traction control. You got to hit the button and hold the button to turn off electronic stability control. And that's when it's measuring, pitching you on the whole thing. And then I just slowly backed out of the driveway to get going. And the god dang thing was stuck in 4 low. And you can't be driving to Jasper in 4 low because the roads didn't have no moisture on them.
Yeah.
And what's got me pissed off here is I got a truck and it's got a knob to switch gears. Not only do I not have a clutch and a shift knob, I ain't even got a god dang lever. I got a wheel right here, and then I got some buttons down there that you got to push, and you got to have the brake applied or be in neutral. And I'm just pissed off as shit because somebody,
I think it's
somewhere,
just a Dodge thing.
No bullshit.
Hey, in other news, we got a 2016 Dodge for sale if you're interested. Could be yours.
The old Can-Am, it doesn't really like it. It wants to spin one wheel if I get going too hard, unless I lock into diffs and turn on this and that and the other. And the problem is we're really, really, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. We got to a place where people didn't know how to drive. And to compensate, instead of teaching people how to drive, we said, we'll just let technology not let them get themselves in any trouble. But the fact of the matter is there's plenty of times when all the tires spinning. A little bit of ice, melt the ice. Friction happens. That's like one of them physics things. Like friction happens. I got 33 1250s on that Mama Jamma. I got plenty of surface area to put on the ice. My truck don't know that. And you know what? It tells me anyway, hey, Dave, being a little bit rash here.
So you're telling me you can't hit that traction control button like in
The only way
in burnouts when it's dry?
Hell no. Hell no. So if I turn it off in anything other than 4 low, it'll let you go like 2.5 seconds, and then it just shits the bed and it turns back on. So like when I pull out onto 64 here off of 161 and somebody's coming up kind of quick in the rain, but you got plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
And you go to get on it, that inside tire spins. So it shuts everything down until both tires have traction. So then you mat it down to try to make up for it. And it doesn't let you. It just go. And next thing you know, you're about to get run over. You can pull the fuse and have an engine code and do the whole gosh dang thing. I imagine you can buy a programmer, but you can't just, like some yuppie up there just decided nobody needs to know how to drive anymore. So
Bunch of pussies.
it just fires me up.
Dodge
and
owners.
I've been real upset about it because I was real happy with my first Dodge. And then the transmission, I just had too many miles.
I'd sell it.
But it's paid for.
Yeah, I'd sell it.
It's just, I need a,
Go get you a Ford.
now Wyatt's truck, that 06 F-150 out there, it'll let you do all sorts of dumb shit and just
Like
throw
that
metal
old,
parts right through the.
just like that old white rocket out there, buddy. That son of a bitch there. You
I
put that
just
thing in
too much technology is
4WD,
bad.
4WD, and that's a 2014.
Yours?
Yeah,
Really?
the Expedition. That's a 14.
I
And
thought you were talking about the polar bear.
well, no, that's a 2004.
Yours ain't got
Yeah.
all that bullshit on there to
No,
really.
no. I can hit traction control off and 2-wheel drive and spin the wheels 100 mile an hour if I wanted to.
Dang.
Yeah.
You tried that out yet?
Yeah. Because I asked the kids the other day, I said, hey, you ever backed up going 100 mile an hour? And they're like, what? And I just, I just hammered it. Dad, quit! You know what I mean? They're scared to death. Ellen, they're just big sissies. Max just sits over and shakes his head like, you're a dipshit. You know what I mean? Like, one day, buddy, you'll get there. You know?
Hell yeah.
Well, I was wondering, Dave, you brought up a point about people learn how to drive. This winter wonderland we've had is a great opportunity for parents to take their kids out in the snow to learn how to drive on it. It's the only way you're going to learn.
They, friend of the program,
Real good friend, apparently.
he works at a retail establishment over in Jasper. And I noticed on Facebook where he had put like, hey,
I won't call the cops on you.
yeah, like all you donut doers, come on over to this store and whip some shitties. I won't call the cops. Let's see what you got. You know what I mean?
Hell
Stuff
yeah.
like that. Down at the north parking lot of the park, over on the shed, like on the shop side, that
Yeah.
big north parking lot. I mean, it was tore up. Like, yeah, they were down there.
Well, that's good.
Getting
You
at 'em.
guys just put that new concrete in. That's good. You know what I mean?
No, the big park down.
Oh.
Down at the big park. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Like,
just aggravated
I think
the hell out of me.
Justine's van is a 15, and it's new enough to where it has that like collision alert system where it'll beep at you. You know what I mean? So like if you're following
Yeah.
somebody too close, it'll beep, 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 or it'll have
And I'm fine with beeps.
shit like that. But the thing that freaking slung me out the most was when we were driving that mom's spaceship van to Indy that day, and it had that fucking lane correction, the lane departure stuff, where you could hit that button and it'll, like when you try to go out of the lane, it'll steer it back over on into the lane, you know?
Now, in the
That's
defense of
wild.
technology, you're exactly who that was built for.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you made me nervous plenty of times. Like, I'm a gawker. I gawk at stuff, but I don't veer near as much as you do.
I am the world's greatest bad driver. Will you
Like,
agree?
you're the greatest at being a bad driver?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think I'm a bad driver?
I think you're great, buddy.
Matt Noblet always swore up and down. He's like, when it comes to doing dumb shit, but like having a blast while driving, he said you're pretty fun to ride with, you know. Stuff like that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, piss on all that electronic shit.
Yeah,
I know,
totally.
and I think like I couldn't imagine what these new cars that like park themselves and the quadra-steer GMCs and like all this weird shit, you know, like the Hummer EVs that
Crab walk.
crab walk to parallel park and stuff like that. I think it's just that's wild. You know what I mean?
No, I haven't seen the video. They don't go 90 degrees, right?
Mm-mm.
I was
It's
going to
like
say, I didn't think
45.
so. Yeah, about 45 is about the best you could do.
Mm.
Maybe 60.
Yeah, I think it was really cool. A friend of ours, their son just started driving, and he drives an '82 square body Chevy,
Yeah.
2-wheel drive, long bed pickup. You know, and it's like,
Yeah, he went out to the village the other day, and
Yeah.
Wyatt was telling me he was running into some troubles. But there's only one way to get through it. More
you know,
throttle.
but it's like that right there is. That I mean, hell, I my first car was an '89 Buick LeSabre, buddy, 3.8 liter V6 front wheel drive with freaking.
And that 3.8 was an awesome.
They're bulletproof. Literally, they were really good. But they the seats on that sandwich look like a recliner, like a lazy boy. You know what I mean? Them big plush pillow top bastards in them things. Yeah.
That was red Chev was always a comfortable ride.
Bought that car for $1 bill
Attaboy.
from my grandma. My grandma.
There you go.